Yeah, I got it. Okay. Well, I might as well. Day 6. We are at the trailhead of Three Island Lake Trails. And I got her here on leash. That is not something that she and I do very often at all. Maybe once or twice a year going to the vet, into the vet from the car. She got a little bit used to it last November when she had to be on leash because of hunting season. As you can see, I forgot my hat in the car. I need to go get the tripod out of the car. But I thought, at least let's get some of her energy out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I've been noticing, reviewing the footage I've been taking of our walks out here, how the color temperature and saturation shifts. Wonder if it'll do it here now. Gets very intense in certain areas. I'm not going any farther. I was coming out here today. I planned yesterday to come out here and sit by the river and read. Well, of course, I forgot my book. Getting out of the house with her when she's so full of energy. You better have it planned ahead, because once I get into the entryway, she is pushing, pushing, pushing to go. We are back at the good old BSU trail systems. Too many people, too much action going on at the Three Island Park trails. Beautiful place. Just that I didn't want to have to keep her on a leash, and yeah, I want to go find a dock and water for her, and she needs to be able to run free. So do I. But I met some people out there. A lady was there cleaning the picnic table from the county. Had a good chat with her. There's the lake. That wasn't too bad of a walk. I'm fascinated watching these ducks out here. There were 2 pair. One pair landed over here, and 30 minutes later they both took off simultaneously. They flew about 18 inches above the water, 18 inches apart. I didn't hear any squawking, how do they communicate? And they flew over toward the other side of the lake and both landed together. How do they know what the other one's going to do? Don't ask me. Here we are, South Pool. Glorious day. We're over here enjoying what looks to be the last day of summer. Tomorrow is incoming a cold front, beginning tomorrow sometime and going into Friday. They're even saying ice for Friday. And you know how much I trust that, but nonetheless, if they're saying it, there's some change coming. It's about 70 degrees, carbon copy of yesterday and the day before. And Suki beat me down here, and I had forgotten anyway. Next thing I know, she's swimming around down there. Gonna have to leave her outside for the rest of the afternoon. I really don't want her bringing her wet self up onto the love seat and into her kennel. I'll miss that once it's winter and there's no place for her to swim anymore. The YMCA discourages bringing your dog to swim with you. I looked up and she was running full tilt across the field. She got over by the trail along the trees. Obviously she's looking for me, and she began heading that way toward home. No, don't go home. I'm not at home. Fortunately, she stopped on this trail that takes off from over there, and here she came. Thank you, girl. Dennis has mowed a new trail through the hinterland. Well, it has abruptly changed from full-fledged summer to full-fledged middle of fall. It's 45 degrees here today. It was 35 overnight. There's another mowed path. Let's go see where that goes. Through the golden arches. I love that he's doing these eccentric trails. Oh, look at here. Love it. I haven't thought to ask Dennis, just making the assumption that they have a bathroom in the cabin. Maybe they don't. Well, they got two biffies. Huh. I would guess the one on the left is the older one. That's really scenic. There's no half moon. I wonder where that tradition came from. Half moon or a crescent moon on the outhouse door. I'll have to look into that. Boy, that's a tiny, tiny place. Think about 6 people and sleeping accommodations in there. Wonder what it smells like after 3 or 4 days of hunting season. Oh yeah, they got a well, that's right. So there must be, well, there's running water, obviously. So somewhere in that back bedroom area is a toilet. Look at the colors. This wide-angle lens pushes stuff back so far. I'm looking at the deep maroons and also over there. And this color this time of year is so fleeting. I mean, this, for some reason, it really hit me a couple days ago how this is going to be over in a week. We've already had 2 or 3 days of peak, gorgeous, deep colors. You wake up one morning, you look out, and you've had rain overnight and wind, and oh my God, it's 3/4 over. And then you got 6 months of drab. No, not drab. Glorious monochrome. When we were out at 3 Island Lake County Park, I had gotten out of the car and there was a woman cleaning a picnic table. Obviously, she worked for the county. And being a new place and being unsure about the rules, and for Suki's sake, I got her on the leash. I guess you know that. She didn't like that. She's forgotten, and I gotta begin doing her on leash maybe every day, just a short amount of time, reintroduce her to what the leash is about, because the hunting season coming up, so she's accustomed to being confined. As soon as I began walking around, this pickup truck pulled in. A young guy and his father. The young guy who had a white dog on a leash, maybe a 20-pound dog. But the other dog they had with them was maybe a 70 or 80-pound lab. They let it out and it came bounding toward us. Okay, Suki's on the leash. And it got to about 25 feet from us and screeched and turned tail and ran away because I find out it was about an 8-month-old puppy. Chocolate lab with the most beautiful color of a coat. Sort of a maroonish russet color. Oh my. Anyway, it was a nice dog. It was just too young to know what the hell's going on, and it panicked at the last second and turned tail. After a few minutes, the guy sat down on one of the benches facing the river, and so I meandered over and talked about the dog, asked about the dog. Yeah, she's 8 months old. She doesn't know anything yet. And then he said, yeah, I had to put the old dog down recently. Oh man, that's too bad. I'm sorry. That's rough. Yeah. He went somewhere in the truck with the dog. When I reached up to get the rifle, the dog goes, oh boy, we're going hunting. It was a hunting dog. Oh, we're going to go hunting. Oh boy. Oh, I felt so bad. Well, he didn't get out a rifle. He got out the gun, a shotgun. And he shot his dog dead with a shotgun. Oh my God. There's a whole lot going on there that I just can't comprehend. I've heard people say that's one point of view. You got to take care of your own dog. Not going to the vet, not on a stainless steel table, cold, impersonal, and the needle. You gotta, they've been with you their whole life, so you gotta be there and you gotta be the one to end their life. With a shotgun? From what, 3 feet away at the head? I cried like a baby for a week. I couldn't sleep. Well, there are a whole lot of different scenarios and people and circumstances. I can't judge this. I'm just thinking myself what it would be like to take your beloved, happy, excited dog, and if the dog is that excited, why are you going to kill it now? I mean, I had thought about doing this with Suki over a year ago when she got sick, and I thought, or her hips, and I thought, well, we're going to have to euthanize her this morning. That's from June 12th of 2021. In such a dire situation, the human brain begins thinking about all manner of not opportunities. What the hell's the word I'm looking for? All manner of, what do I do here? Is that one option, to take her out and I bring the .22 and shoot her in the head to kill her? I don't know. I ruled that out very quickly. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to live with myself afterward. Why? I don't know. It seems, well, I don't know, it seems too cruel and too violent. But of course, shooting an animal in the head is quick, I would hope. Don't know that a .22 would kill her outright. And then that, Jesus Christ, what would I do? Shoot her 3 or 4 more times in the head to finish her off? With her looking at me? What are you doing to me? My goodness. I'm coming. I'm coming.